SP Intranet Portal Package Overview from SP Marketplace. Many organizations are now realizing the need to provide a central point for employees to get the latest news, collaborate, and access internal services and business processes within the organization. Many of these organizations have moved to the cloud with Office 365, which is an excellent platform for collaboration and promote sharing of knowledge and automation of business processes. SP Business Suite is a suite of applications, including the Intranet portal, that provides this capability for centralized access for employees on top of SharePoint on Office 365. Employees can get at information, news, collaborate, and services from wherever they are, home, office, in the field, on any device at any time. And because it's built on SharePoint, part of the Office 365 and Microsoft platform, it seamlessly integrates with that platform they're in every day to do their jobs, doing email, accessing documents, creating documents, and interacting through Link. So it's the perfect platform for your employees to leverage an intranet in your organization. And it works whether they're running Microsoft Office on their client or in the cloud. Now, we've done about 300 implementations of intranet structures, and what we found is that it is very important for that intranet to fit within the context of your organization. So therefore, we actually provide our products within a structure that seems to work very well. At the top of the structure is an intranet home portal page. This is where employees can enter the structure, get the latest news, announcements, collaborate, access resources, get quick links to different things. The next level we call employee self-service. This is where employees can actually go in and make service requests of different departments. So rather than signing into a help desk for each department, as often is in many organizations today, they can go to a central portal to request services from IT, HR, facilities, and other departments. There's also access to documents, procedures, policies, and so on, as well as a commonly used forms portal. Things like expense reports, time off requests, and so on are built into the employee self-service. These self-service portals also feed the different department portals. Departments are portals for the department teams, such as HR, IT, finance, and others. The department portal provides full-featured functions in some of the modules. Other ones provide just a department template. As part of the Intranet portal package, it includes the Intranet Home, the Employee Self-Service, as well as a generic department portal that you can deploy any departments in. Each of these departments have service request capabilities, document, task tracking, and other things that departments will need to service employees as well as enhance their own productivity. Optionally, you may also have different divisions or groups that you need to have sub-sites or sub-intranet sites for, and that's also possible with the package. The Intranet portal is part of the SP Business Suite, and specifically the Intranet portal package includes all the basic things you need to set up an intranet structure in your organization. Specifically, an intranet portal, an employee self-service portal, and a department portal template that you can use for any number of departments. Another piece of the intranet package is branding services. This is an optional service which allows you to take the, for instance, look and feel of your external site and apply it to the intranet. This branding service is cost effective and allows us to quickly make this site something that your employees will quickly recognize and be comfortable working in. Let's take a look at a demo right now. Let's take a look at the Intranet portal live. In this demonstration, we're looking at what the portal looks like right out of the box. It's installed in a 365 site, and employees can get to it through their sites or directly from a URL link. We can see here that we have right up front company announcements as well as access to different news items. This is actually feeds from a blog, a CEO blog. We have RSS feeds, which are live from industry type of media. Employees can see the latest tweets from the organization as well as company events right here. To the right is what we call our quick links or useful links area. This is where employees can link to different systems, link to different local types of sites that are informational, and also have different reference links that they may use throughout the day. On the right side of the page, you can see a greeting here, and then a number of web parts. Web parts are interchangeable widgets that can be used to provide information or reference to different things. So for instance, here's a tip of the day, and this rotates on a hourly or periodic basis. This also could be birthdays and anniversaries for employees. Again, this web part here is World Office Times. This is a global company, but if it's not, it could be also a weather web part or other stock ticker or any number of hundreds of web parts available for SharePoint. And here's a survey or poll web part as well. Now the structure of this page can be changed at any time, and what we've tried to do is put the most important things up front. On the left-hand side is navigation, which provides access quickly to different resources that your people may use. So for instance, if you have a number of offices in your organization, you can view those. You can even filter them. And say you're going on a trip to, say, California to visit the California offices, you can actually get a map view. And we integrate many different things into SharePoint to extend SharePoint to make it a very useful platform for your organization in this type of mode. Employees can hit company events and see a company events calendar and get more information on different organization events as well. These are also tied to some of the announcements you saw on the front page. The frequently asked questions page allows employees to get answers for themselves to questions about HR things like benefits, company positioning, or other things as well. And these can be sorted by category, searched, and made very easy to browse. Other things that are built into the package, a suggestion box, different document libraries for policies and procedures, for instance. Here employees can access and reference any different policies in any different department. Forms is another library that is set up so that employees can access frequently used forms at any time. There's also discussion areas like the company forum here that are available, where employees can carry on discussions about different subjects, share knowledge as well. From some of the different departments, here's where integration with the other modules comes in. Here's job openings. For instance, HR could publish different job openings up on top of the intranet for referrals, and also a CEO blog, or could be used for company newsletters. This is what we also saw on the front news page there with different feeds of these different latest articles. And finally, there's an employee directory. We actually build this from the SharePoint profiles, which come from your Active Directory information. This can be updated. You can look at employees and search for employees by skill set, by department. You can actually go in and add additional fields at any time that you want to keep track of for employee information. This is the publicly provided employee information. Now again, remember, this is a template, so you can change it any way that you want. If you want to add additional libraries or lists, you can do that here. Everything is actually controlled by the role of the user or the permission levels. So you can actually have different audiences for what we see in some of this reference items over here. We also limit access based on who the person is. So for instance, here's Content Manager. This is built so that content on the site can be easily changed without having to go directly into SharePoint and doing these changes. So if I wanted to add an announcement, I can do that here, or change a policy, or manage offices. And all of these also have different permissions on them so that only those people who are supposed to make the changes to these items. Now, if you're the application administrator, you can actually use standard SharePoint functionality to, for instance, edit this page. With this, you can actually go in and add web parts, take out web parts, actually add additional columns, change the image you see here, even add things like banner type rotation for different images as well. So again, as long as you know standard SharePoint, just at a business power user level, you can make changes to this easily. So let's see what else is accessible here. We have an employee services section here. That's going to that second level of the structure chart that we saw earlier. This is where there's an employee services portal. You can put in employee suggestions as well. There's a communities area here. This is where you can actually have communities of people, and this is collaborative sites such as a sales community or service community. And then each of the departments actually has portals as well that employees can go to. And again, that's part of the intranet package that includes a department template, which each of them has a portal and other capabilities such as service request processing, task tracking, document management, and so on already built in to them. Let's take a look at the Employee Services portal. This portal is designed to make it easy for employees to do business within your organization, to do things like perhaps submit a timesheet, submit time off requests, purchase request or expense reports. These are commonly used things. We have full capabilities to provide these features, or in some cases you may have other systems that they link to, and links can be provided through this to get to those outside systems as well. Also on this page, employees can see the status of any types of forms or requests that they've put in. So for instance, here's an expense request, and I can see where it stands as far as approvals. There's also the service request. This is where employees can go to request service from different departments. Think of it as a help desk or a central help desk system for any department within the organization that employees interact with. From here, they can actually submit, for instance, a request to IT or a help desk request if they have, for instance, a computer issue, or to HR if they have something they need from HR. Maybe they just had a baby and want to add it to their dependents. Or perhaps a new course training request, or they need something from facilities to perhaps fix a light or something in the building. Traditionally, each of these departments would have separate systems that employees would have to log on to, which is frustrating for employees. While it helps those departments, it is frustrating for employees to have to interact with different systems. And just like the service requests that we saw for expenses, time off, that type of thing, they can also see the status of any of their requests. And what this does is it actually routes those requests down to the department sites where they can be tracked, assigned, and managed. For greater detail on the self-service portal, go to the self-service portal product page on our site. As part of the Intranet package, you can also add communities. For instance, here's a sales community. This is where different groups within your organization can have their own sites to collaborate, to, for instance, do discussions, to share documents, to interact with each other and get ideas and share knowledge. You can see that it takes full advantage of SharePoint's collaborative capabilities, and you could even have a Yammer web part in here too. And finally, if we go back to the Intranet portal site, we can also see that there are department portals. And department portals are where individual departments can provide actually portal pages that have more detail, knowledge bases, and so on for employees. Let's take a look at one of these. This is actually the portal that's part of our IT module. A department portal provides detail from a specific department, such as IT, to employees. This one obviously is part of our IT module, but the employee can also access it from any other department and it looks the same. Consistency is an important part of user acceptance. So we can see in this portal they can also submit help desk cases, knowledge base, access useful documents, see their cases, actually even access live support contacts, see the latest announcements, and get both useful documents and videos such as reference cards and guides. So while that was IT and part of the IT module, we also have a generic department template. And this is where departments can go in and provide those type of portals as well as a template for running their department. So the department module provides both a portal for employees that we saw, for instance, with IT, and another side of it, which only the department staff can get into, which is internal. That's where they can actually go in and do service request management. They can get a dashboard of goals in their department, staff resources like task lists and time off lists, libraries that they can share, and also a portal that they can present to employees. So think of this as a template or a team site on steroids specifically built for service departments. So in summary, what we've seen is a set of modules that allows you to very easily set up a structure for your intranet that is in the context of your organization. And it's more than just a pretty page. It's really a complete set of modules that can allow you to set up a structure. And the Intranet package itself provides the Intranet portal, employee self-service, as well as a department template that you can begin to deploy these things. Also, later, or as part of our suites, you can add on different completely full-featured modules for different departments, such as IT, HR, facilities, and other things like project management and CRM. So we want to thank you for taking a look at the Intranet portal package today, and go to spmarketplace.com to learn more.